Hi guys, I'm back. Okay, so we're going to write a story problem. And we've done this before in class, but let's just do it together. We'll have a little refresher. And at the end, I have a couple of problems that I want you guys to try on your own. So we're going to start writing the story problem by using this equation. So remember, we're going backwards this time. I've come up with the equation for you, and now you're going to come up with a situation that matches that equation. So we have 75 plus 125. And there are so many things that we can say here. You guys are going to come up with whatever your problem that you have is. Think about your family and the names of those people in your family. Those are how I come up with a lot of the problems that we see at school. So remember, my son's names are Gary and Josh, and my husband's name's John. Today, I'm going to use John and Josh in this situation. So we can do all kinds of things. Anything you can come up with movie-wise in your head, you can use in a story problem. Now, my family loves to cook, so that's going to be a part of my problem. So let's start. So I'm going to start with how much do we start with? So my first part of the problem says John has 75 hot dogs for a birthday party. Now, Josh brought over 125 more hot dogs. So how many hot dogs will they make all together for the birthday party? Now, remember, you can look at this and you can see that I used an addition problem when I say that he brought over 125 more hot dogs. That tells you it's an addition problem. And then you can also look at the keyword altogether. Altogether tells you that I'm going to be adding. This word means two or more things put together. So let's solve the problem now in parts, because remember, that's what we're trying to do. So I have 125 as the number that I'm going to add to 75. Okay, so I'm going to start with my whole number, 75, and I'm going to add the ones place. If you notice here, there's a 5 in the ones place. So when I add the 75 plus the 5, I get 80. That's adding my ones place. Notice the combination. 5 plus 5 gives you 10. So both numbers are changing, both place values. Now then, I'm going to start with what I ended with, the 80, and I'm going to add the 20, 125. I'm going to add the tens place together. Now, notice here you have another combination. 8 here plus the 2 gives you the combination of 10, which is going to give me 100. Both numbers are changing, not just the tens place. Now we're going to add the hundreds place. So I had 125. That's 100 that we're going to add to the 100 that we've already got. So that's going to give me 200. Now, I need to justify my answer by using a sentence. So John and Josh together made 200 hot dogs for the birthday party. So now what I want you to do is go ahead and pause this video, and I want you to try this one for yourself. So 46 plus 32. Think about family members that you have. Think about brothers and sisters or friends that you have, maybe some friends that you miss. And I want you to come up with your story problem, whatever you want to say. And remember, you can talk about anything you want in these problems. Just make that movie in your head and then let's put it on paper. So go ahead and take a second and do that, and then you can hit play and finish this video. Okay, so now I hope you were able to do that, but let's go ahead and try a subtraction situation, because I know that sometimes it's easier for us to do one or the other. So let's try this one. So this one is 76 minus 45. So we have to come up again with another situation. This time, I'm going to use my son's Gary's name and his friend Mitch. So I know that my son always loved Pokemon cards. Whole lot like what y'all guys like. So I'm going to go ahead and use Pokemon cards as well. And in this situation, I'm going to come up with a problem that says this. Gary has 76 Pokemon cards. He gave his friend Mitch 45 Pokemon cards. How many Pokemon cards does Gary have now? So notice that this problem does satisfy the actual equation. If you look at it, you can see that Gary starts with 76, which is right here, and then he gives away 45 of those. Remember, that give is a subtraction in this situation. It's not always that way, but it is here. Okay, so now that we know that it matches, let's work this problem out. So what we've done here is I've done it in parts again. So I'm going to start with the 76, and I'm going to subtract the 5 from the ones place. This is the ones place, and I'm going to end up with 71. Now I'm going to take that 71, and I'm going to subtract from the tens place, and that number is 40. So if you notice what number is changing here, the tens place changed on this one, the ones place changed here. My answer is 31. And what I have to do for this is I have to go ahead and write a sentence with that so that you can prove that, so that you can prove that your statement is true. So Gary has 31 Pokemon cards left. Now then, I want you to try on your own these 4. So I'm going to give you just a second to go ahead and write those down. And then I want you to try to come up with these on your own. This is just something you can do after you stop the video. And I would love to hear from you guys. So if you want to post in Google Classroom any of the problems that you came up with, it would be really cool for us to kind of look at those. Those of you who can't, don't worry about it. Just try it at home on a piece of paper and pencil, and then we can talk about it when we get to see each other again. I sure do miss you guys. I hope